Powell, Anna Drejos, and Janine Minnick. Our third group, Phyllis Meddy, Mary Driscoll, Cassandra Meyer, and Avery Dobzak. And our last four will be Devin Casaza, Mai De Chatipat, Monica Bordovicini, and Chelsea Odom. I'll give you a...
Who are we? We are Ballad Proud. Inspiring transformation in the Appalachian Highlands. Joining together for a common goal. Working to improve lives. We take pride in our work. Pride in our mission. Pride in our communities. We are Ballad Proud.
Less than 5 minutes.
Come to Kingsport, Tennessee, a place to retreat, play, relax. Located in the scenic foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, our hotel offers spacious rooms, many with balconies and golfer mountain views. Dine at our restaurants, sip cocktails on the patio with friends, or tee off on our 18-hole cattails at Meadowview Golf Club. See if you can conquer the cat trap. Treat yourself to a remarkable stay at Meadowview Conference Resort and Convention Center.
Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
Introducing the new Bridgestone E9 Long Drive, co-designed by World Long Drive athletes to push the limits of distance. Thanks to extreme ball speed and superior aerodynamic flight. Engineered for you to hit your longest drive. Drive the new E9 Long Drive. Extreme distance for your game.
Catch every single World Long Drive Tour competition right here on the World Long Drive YouTube channel. The Amateur, Senior, Women's, and Open Division Championship will be available on the Golf Channel. To stay up to date on everything WLD, follow us on social at World Long Drive. Come see and settle down in beautiful Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia, where you can live, work, and play in a land of music, mountains, lakes, and friendly people. Work with us at Ballad Health, building a legacy of superior care in the Appalachian Highlands.
This is the grid that the Bombers call home.
You're throwing the tee in the ground. If your hand's not shaking, there's something wrong.
I'm in my element. It's evident that there's levels to the game. I'm in my element. Flow is like water. I'm forced to the fire. I'm feeling like gold. Gotta stay grounded, stay down to earth. Following God and you grinding, you do as you told. I don't work to make you like me, but I'm front and center. Word to Spike Lee. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. I'm in my element. Yeah. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element.
And gentlemen, welcome as we are here in Kingsport, Tennessee for the 9th stop on the World Long Drive Tour, and we are about to get started with the women's division. We've got some heavy hitters. We've got a lot of winners. We've got Maya,
Dacia Teapot.
Nope, sorry. I was thinking Monica Living, who's a two-time winner, world number 1.
Yep.
Maya Dacia Teapot, who came first event, comes out and wins. Phyllis Meddy, not new to the winner's circle at all. She picks up a win this year, and I'm excited to see in slot number 3, Sandra Karlborg, who hasn't been with us for many events this year, all the way from Sweden. She's got 2 little girls that are watching along. She's a champion.
The sweet, swinging Swede.
The
Sweden.
The sweet Swede right there. The
Sandra,
pink Puma.
Yeah. 5 World Long Drive World Championships.
I'm excited. We had the pleasure of having Avery Dobsek in here sharing her journey. You'll see her all over golf media, but she also does real estate. Anything that there is that she puts her mind to, she basically does it and is successful, and she's out here on the long drive stage competing.
Yeah, one of my favorite posts of the entire year on my page. I mean, I've probably put up 1,000, 2,000, I don't even know how many, was Monica Living at the last event, where I only took one video of her, and that was the one where she went 345 and just practically just went into her pre-shot routine and just boom, pulled the trigger and went and hammered it and went 345 right down the middle. At that time was an absolute bomb. She is world number 1 now. Devin Casaza lost her world number 1 ranking last event.
But the race is close.
Yeah, it really is. And, you know, my Dacia Teapot was really impressive. And, you know, a name that most people don't recognize just because she hasn't really, she got in 2021, ended up losing to Kanani Lodge in the finals. But Mai went to the University of Wake Forest, and just a phenomenal hitter.
She is.
She's really fast. She might actually be the fastest on the grid today. One of the fastest of all time, you know.
Sure.
And she ended up getting a win in
There's
Connecticut.
Savannah right there.
Savannah Meyer Clement,
who was a soccer player collegiately, now gave up the cleats for clubs and swinging along. She's gotten better every single event.
Each lady
Look
will
at
get
that
30
right
balls,
there.
5
That's
sets.
your world number 1, Monica Living.
I'm not leaving Living.
She looks locked and ready.
Absolutely.
She had her AirPods in on the range. And
You know,
here
it's
we
funny.
go.
You know who's calling me right now? Little man. Of course.
Look at that.
He doesn't even know that I'm just going to wait. We're just going to wave to him. What's up, little man? We're on TV right now. Check us out on YouTube, World Long Drive. Tell Grandma I'm on YouTube.
Tell all your friends.
All right. So I was wondering, I was like, why does my phone keep ringing? It's little man just trying to give me a buzz. But
all right.
All
we can also bet on the women, or you can,
Yep.
we can't. You can also bet on the women. What is the over/under of Sandra Karlborg giving us a little wave?
A wave in the first
A
set.
little wave jump.
I would take the over a half.
Yeah.
A half, just a half. So that is her infamous move, is the
Sarah
wave
Graham.
down the grid. We
Right
have
there.
some weather rolling in right now. It doesn't look too bad. The clouds are a little bit darker now. I'm not sure if it's going to be raining here as the front moves in over the Himalayan mountains. Just kidding. The Appalachians.
And we're waiting to get started. This can always be a little rough as a player. When you're ready to go, you've timed it out, and you have a little bit of delay. And you see Sandra there jumping, Monica kind of walking back and forth, and there's Sarah Graham on the TV. Just staying in the zone.
Yeah, let's brag about Monica Livy. She's won twice this year, won out in Hope Sound and Mesquite, became world number one, last event with a semifinal finish in Portland. Played Division I golf at Arkansas State. And, long drive career started with the world champion in the amateur division, Andrew Eigner, both out in Denver. And he scouted her out and put a golf club in her hand, and now she is world number one. Trains at the One Stop Power Shop by Coach Bobby Peterson.
Along with Sandra Carborg. And they are getting ready. The music is playing. The beat is bumping. The grid is clear. And here they go. Some of the best athletes in the world teeing it up.
Waiting on the call. We got Mark just getting after it here.
They are playing away now.
We are very spoiled here up in the booth. We got AC. We got champagne on ice. We got caviar and lobster.
It's basically like a airport lounge.
I mean, essentially, ice the kicker right there. There's no doubt. Like, I wouldn't imagine any of these golf balls being hit very well. They took some time off. But Sandra, 120 out of the blocks here.
I like Monica's first ball if that stayed in.
Miss it for her.
Yeah, just putting a number on the board. Like I said, they had some time where they had to wait a little bit.
Here comes a cut down the left side with Monica Living. Now she can take that ball and start middle and hit that little bit of cut. We're going to get see some big roll. I'm going to say we'll see balls probably in and around like 305 to 315 on good balls. And if you get some rollout, what was the farthest drive you hit on this grid when you won it?
334 or something like that.
Yeah, there's
a rollout spot there on the right side, right about 320-ish.
Monica Living, bullet right down the right side.
That's it. She hit the spot.
This will be the benchmark. If you see 325 or better, that's going to be a good number to chase. I wouldn't be surprised if she does hit at 330.
With that, I can see some 340s for sure out here today. The ground's been really firm. Savannah Meyer-Clements in at 302.
What's funny is there was a guy yesterday. It was Mark Cotto that was hitting at like 178, 180. Mark Frodo, just hitting balls consistently and play at those speeds, and he was getting it up to 340, 345.
Yeah.
And he just kept advancing and advancing and advancing just because he put a lot of balls in play. So Monica Living on ball number 3.
I definitely think she's around 340 right now.
I would say under. I would bet a little under that.
Maybe 335.
I take the under. 331.
331. I like that number.
331. Good ball from Savannah Meyer-Clement with a little cut.
Yeah, she came and she's not playing. Like I said, she's gotten better every single event.
What I'm liking from, the Sandra doesn't have a number on the board, but I like seeing 117 at 171. So she's worked a lot on speed. Her first event that she came into, she just said, she's flat out, I don't care. I got 5 world championships, but I was so nervous.
Still gets nervous. I'm pretty sure she's nervous here,
Yep. Monica Living with another good ball. Look at that, 128. Wow.
Oh,
nope.
Sandra doesn't like that last one, but one OB set does not hurt you. She's a 5-time champ. She knows how to get it done when it comes down to it.
You're right, 340.
340.
Good start for Monica Living.
It was right in that hot spot. It gets nothing but roll over there,
yeah.
Especially at 320, 310. It's not stopping. And as the ball caller said, it's hot down there right now.
World number 1 with a monster drive to start off for the women's division. 17 ladies will enter battle, and tomorrow 8 will be live on the Golf Channel at 8 p.m.
Got to see the girls giving each other a fist bump as they're about to switch positions there from tee to warm up. And that tells you something. I think this group of ladies has built something that we haven't had for a long time in the women's division, which is a camaraderie that is really, really strong.
You got
and I love to see it.
Kelly Rudney, Anna Drejos, and Janine Minnick. They have very similar swings.
Yep.
Softball backgrounds, lightning fast hands, and you got Gabby Powell.
And Kelly Rudney also having a hockey background. You know her team. What's Kelly Rudney's team? Hockey.
Could it be the Leafs?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay, I didn't know. I wasn't sure.
Maple
Leafs?
Leafs. You know her coffee, right?
Tim Hortons.
Yeah, there you go.
She has some for me.
Yeah, she told me earlier Justin Bieber's her favorite artist, too.
But, yeah, Kelly Rudney in slot number 1. One of my favorites. She's awesome.
She's so good. She's so quick. I mean,
she's just a cool human being.
So she is nursing a back kind of hip injury right now, and we saw that in Utah where she just wasn't able to kind of pull it out. And I know she's nursing herself to get ready for Worlds, which is the most important thing for her. But you'll see her kind of take a step out with that left. Okay.
Just saw some lightning.
I think we're going to pause it for a second.
Yeah, that was a bad one. We might have to get a pause here.
We're going to stop that for a second. Look at
I
Kelly.
haven't seen this in a while where you got a lightning strike. Where do they finish the set or not?
Janine Minnick's still going at it, so is Anna Drejos. There we go.
Let's protect the athletes and the fans.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna have a exit break here for a minute, let the weather pass.
Gabby being a Floridian, not scared by lightning, but
not at all.
You got to respect it, pal. Go get some shelter.
Neither is Anna Drejos or Janine Minnick, who continue to hit. But we'll be back here in 15 minutes, and hopefully this weather will pass. All right, we're going to run this Kyle Berkshire video, get an insight to him and his game, and we'll be back hopefully right after this.
That guy is just, he's kind of a freak of nature.
With Kyle being number 1 in the world, you kind of want to go after him a little bit harder, give him some competition. You don't want to get embarrassed too bad. That's what's scary about Kyle is his speed he puts up, because he can miss hit a ball and still be 222, 225. So, I mean, you're going against somebody that their miss hits are about as fast as your PR. So you got to be on your game when you face him.
When I tell all my buddies, it's like, dude, when I'm hitting next to Kyle, I'm hitting against the best to ever live. And that's arguable, but in my opinion, he's the best to do it.
I do want to compete against him and, you know, gain some respect from him, of course.
There's 8 billion people on the planet right now, and he's number 1. So how often you get to say you get to compete against, you know, number 1 out of 8 billion?
Join us as we go behind the scenes with one of the faces of long drive, Kyle Berkshire, following the number 1 ranked competitor in the world through an entire weekend at the grid. This is World Long Drive on tour. Mesquite, Nevada is home to the 3rd stop of the 2023 World Long Drive Tour. Kyle Berkshire is one of the 16 golfers that will compete in Group 3 of the Open Division, but arrives early to watch the competition and prepare for his 12:30 start time.
Currently watching three-man playoff for 2 spots, and the wind's kicked up, so it's going to be huge. We need to get the ball high in the air with a cut. Landon just hit a huge ball. That's the shot he needs. It's also good to come down here because I'm getting a lot of information on like the grid and what's rolling out, what's not rolling out. So right now I know mid-ball flight, 180 feet, small movement. If any movement you want to be left to right with this wind, those are giving you big numbers. So it's good to watch some of these shots before you start warming up. That 4th ball was pretty tasty.
It's time for Berkshire to head to the practice grid. While he is the world's number 1 long driver, he's in search of his first tournament win of the season.
His last 4 tournaments he hasn't won, and I know that's a long stretch for him. Since 2019, I feel like he wins every other tournament, you know, that's been on this planet.
He's still in the throes of, although he's completely recovered from his bone fracture and surgery last year during the championships. It would be good for him to win again here. I think he would like very much for that to happen. We all would. Not everybody here would, but his circle would.
I know he's going to be hungry coming into this tournament this week, and wouldn't be surprised if he's there late to get another W.
You know, if he doesn't make it to the Final 4, the Final 2, it's honestly a shock. And I don't know if that necessarily applies to anybody else.
He has that championship air about him. Being secondary or being incomplete is not good enough at all.
All right, so I got just about a little over an hour. As it's been for a long time, given my world rank at number 1, I'm always the number 1 seed and everything. So it goes, I'm in the first set of the first group and then in the 4th set of the second group. So I have a 7-set wait, which is typically about 35 minutes. So I always have to think about that. But I'm in the first set, so I tee off in an hour and 4 minutes. I typically like to get my body loosened up just about an hour before I start hitting, just to give my body some time to limber up. So that's gonna be very important. So I'm headed over to the dock right now to have him work on me, and We're gonna get loosened up. I'm gonna start hitting in about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and slowly get warmed up. And with this wind right now, I gotta be honest, we literally might run out of grid. If someone hits the right shot, the grid's about 460, 465, and might not be enough. So we'll have to see how that goes. But you know, I love coming back to this place. It's where I won my second world title. It's a really great spot. I sometimes wish there were a few more people living in the general populace so we get more people out here. But as far as the grid goes, it's about as fair as it gets. So we want fairness above everything. So just really excited to get going. It's gonna be a lot of fun. The adrenaline, man. You know, it's like gambling or anything that makes you excited. You get excited about the feeling. You know, we're always chasing feelings. We're not chasing anything else. That's the thing. The core of it is we want to feel a certain way. And, you know, I feel a certain way when I'm here competing, and that's why I love doing it, you know. It's time to get some work done on my body, get loose, start getting limbered up. And I'll take you guys a little bit through getting loose, getting up to speed. You're gonna have to obviously pull this mic once I get really going. Take you guys through a little bit of this so you guys can get an inside look at what goes into getting ready. Hang on, let me help out.
Go away, Kyle.
I take it you did pretty good?
Good enough.
That's all that matters.
Good enough.
You're chasing some pretty big balls there. You need to hit up Bobby Ray and swap shirts again. Do the jersey swap.
We will.
I want you guys to get into a Final 8 match together on TV and do that thing. Do that. Swap jerseys. What are they going to do?
I think it's a must.
They're not going to stop you.
No.
Dude, this is some big balls today, man.
It's about to get hard.
I can get up to like a +3 maybe at my best in the winter, but I always fall back to like a scratch or a 1 in the summer because I can never practice with that 1. How close did you come to making it? Those are always brutal, dude. I'll tell you what, that is just
So hard.
there's so many stories of heartbreak in the sectionals, man.
He hit a shot I'll never forget. At like 15 or something, it was one of the closing holes of water or something, I forget. We might start in the front or the back. It hit a flag stick and ricocheted like 30 yards into a sand trap and it took a double. If that didn't hit the flag stick and he just two-putted from wherever it ended up, he would have been in. Well, dude, the crazy thing, he's made it through sectionals 7 times. I mean, 2 sectionals. So I can't even imagine. Ooh. I bet you heard that one.
So I would always get this work done once in a while, but I'm a stout believer in this now because at Worlds last year, I had him work on me 4 days in a row throughout the event. I went from 224 ball speed on day 1 to 231 on day 4. And I'm sure if it was 5 or 6 days, I would have been at 240 within a couple more days.
I think a lot of it's just freeing your hips up.
Well, and the big thing is it's injury prevention, you know? That's one of the biggest lessons I've learned is taking care of yourself. Because it all adds up. Might not seem like it when you're young. This is side of the sport a lot of people don't see because, you know, I always get questions, oh, his back's gonna be out by it's funny, when I was 22 or 3, the comments were, his back's gonna be out by 25, and now that I'm 26, his back's gonna be out by 30, and I'm sure it'll keep going up. But the way I would like to explain it is, if you don't do these things, it will go out. This is how you take care of your body. There's certain things you have to do. And if you don't, your body's just not gonna it's gonna give out eventually. The way I like to look at it is that everything we do is cumulative. So if you abuse your body, you might not feel it when you're younger, but you're gonna feel it as it adds up. So if you have low impact on your body throughout that process of your career, you can last a very long time. Good job. Whoa, it's good to see you here, man. How you been?
How are you? Good to see you.
There's something else. I'll do the supplemental work just to make sure everything's loosened out because one of the most painful things to get is spasms, and when you're in dry desert air, you can have a lot of water sap from you quickly if you're not careful, and you start getting spasms, and I promise you guys, spasms don't sound that bad, but if you've ever had one, it will put you on the ground. I've had them and they're horrible, so I like to get my muscles loose so that they don't knot up as easily. So it's kind of my main thing here. Is I do this religiously before every single practice session. I'll lift up one leg versus the other to activate different muscles so they get the main brunt of it. Hamstrings I always have to focus on because the most liable muscle for me to cramp on is hamstrings. Don't know why, just how my body's built. So I always make sure to hit them on all angles. And I actually had a minor cramp right here in my oblique, so still, it's pretty much gone away, but I'm still making sure I hit it pretty hard. One last thing I like to do, so that my shoulders are opened up. I'll lay on this like this and have it all the way on up here. Do T's, W's, and Y's to open up the shoulder sockets. And just really try to let that sink. Do Y's, let it sink down again. And then W's. And just keep that pressure on the lower back as well. Next thing we'll do is pop the TrackMan because it's always fun. It's good to see your numbers because gives you an idea of what balls are doing well in what conditions. So I also do some circles and stuff like that. You know, just I don't do it all the time, but I just want to make sure everything feels limber and loose. Look at that, right in time, 11:45, right when I want to start hitting. So looking good. And I'll take you guys through getting loose. Probably gonna cut it off at around 12 so that I can get dialed in the last 30 minutes of my warm-up. So, but I typically hit about 20 balls at lower effort just to give my body even more time to get loose. Now, do you have that worn out head? And I'm also gonna get loose with a head that's pretty worn out so that I don't put any hits on the ones I'm gonna use in competition. Get 14 of those on the golf course, that'll do pretty good. First swing of the day, 139, 204, 370 carry, so it's exactly what we want to see. And we'll just keep getting loose as we go. As I said, I typically take about 20 swings. I don't try to swing all I try to do is just swing at a certain percentage level these first 20. I never try to force my body to go faster than it wants to, so that way I can warm up safely. So that was 144 club speed. We'll probably be at 150 in a couple swings. But then from there, it's just grooving it and getting my feel for the day. This ball's going far today. So getting close to being up to speed. I'm about 10 shots in, sitting right around 152, 220. Probably once I start getting more ramped up, I'll dial it up to the mid to high 220s and we'll be in business. All right, guys, I'll hit one more for you guys. I'm about 25 balls in, sitting in the low 220s. Hit some good balls. It's time to go. Need a couple of those today. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed following along for that. It's time to go to war.
64 guys enter battle. 32 will survive today. One man will win tomorrow. But we got the 2019 and 2021 world champion Kyle Berkshire in slot number 1. Kyle coming out of the blocks here. This one's OB left, but 224 mile per hour. The fastest ball speed we did see this morning was from Sebastian Twiddell, who was in complete control of his tempo and timing, and Berkshire just trying to get a number on the board. 220, 219 right down the middle. 2,300 spin, 211 in height. This is going to be a big number. Wouldn't be surprised to see the longest ball of the day. Well, here it is. 415 is the start. So that's the number currently, is 415 yards. Did Kyle hit it 364 or 464? I'm confused.
We'll wait for the line to see what this number is.
Well, it's not like it's a surprise if he does go 464. Right.
Since I'm mathematically through to the round of 32, and it really doesn't matter what place I finish in the top 8, we're gonna mic me up for the next 2 sets. We're gonna have a little fun. Give you guys an inside look at the actual competition live as it's happening. So, we're gonna have a lot of tailwind. Hopefully we're gonna run out of grid. I'm on deck. I hit in about 2-3 minutes. I'm gonna hit a few more warm-up balls. We're gonna send it. 20-mile-an-hour tailwinds right now. I'm hoping this holds for the next 4 or 5 minutes for my set. I'm already in, as I said, so I'm just gonna let it rip. No holding back, no reason to. Just have a little fun. And we'll see how far we can put it out there.
We're watching Kyle Berkshire in slot number 4 right now. He made an adjustment with his feet to hit a little bit of a block, and he ended up going 448. So, yeah. I mean, it's just like things like that, being a veteran of the sport, to be able to make those changes.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, you really need to know the conditions, and you need to be aware of what's going on around you. It's quite hard.
Berkshire with that cut. That's the one that he was looking for. That one's in play. That one looks good.
Oh, I'm going to go OB twice. I don't care. I mean, I'm going to try to hit it in play, but this head, the odds of hitting in play are almost 0. Did you get me on that last one?
No, that one was dry.
That's all you got?
No, I whiffed them all, Kyle. You're lucky.
To the final 32
At least it's not boiling hot right now. Sorry, but hey, I actually hit balls in play with you calling now. Isn't that awesome?
The ball flight today is left to right. It's been like that on this grid forever. Just going based off of ball speeds. I mean, Kyle was 217 and ended up going 6 yards farther with a cut than his 225 that he yelled at. So, like I said, this ball tells a story. All these guys were in, so they were just getting some swings in. But Berkshire with the longest drive at 449 yards.
Yeah, I mean, we got through just 2 heads, you know. Feels good. So, I mean, the heads are a little flat, but that's okay. I have plenty of heads to use that are not flat, but I just use them so I wouldn't burn the other heads for tomorrow. For me, it's a couple of things. I want to make sure that I don't burn any heads that I really like. So I'm kind of hitting heads that I don't like right now, or are flat. So it's all about managing the next day. And if I hit one in, that's fun. But you got to manage a lot. This is a long game. It's not about winning every set. So I have one more set. I'm already mathematically through. But I'm going to try to give 6 good rips at it, hit as hard as I can. We'll see what happens. But I'm already thinking about tomorrow.
All right, we're finished through 3 groups: Kyle Berkshire, Zach Holden, Mark Costello, Hunter Knoll, Brandon Flynn, Glenn Wilson Jr., Jim Waldron, and Andrew Eigner are going to advance. We will be back at 2:30 Pacific Standard Time with the final group. 16 more guys are going to fight for 8 spots. 24 men are on to day number 2. We'll be back right after this.
The tournament really gets crazy tomorrow. That's when we're going to want to bring it. So just want to stay rested, stay confident, stay relaxed, and get some good sleep and come at it harder tomorrow. That's all you got to do.
Kyle Berkshire here with us in the booth.
Hey, Kyle.
Hey, it's going.
All right, we got 116 people on right now. How'd you feel?
I felt pretty good. You know, just trying to manage my energy a little bit. Was able to get to 600 points pretty quickly, and then I was able to have a little fun. Yeah, felt pretty good. Really windy. I had to start switching up what I was using for my tee because the ball oscillated on the tee box.
Yeah.
But it was fun. Felt pretty good. And it's really just getting set up for tomorrow.
That was the fastest I seen you in the first set. Like, you know, like, yeah. I mean, I know a lot of the guys like you that can push 235, 240. You kind of throttle back the first, you know, because this is a marathon, and seeing it with like Craig Knoll and JJ, they were like 215, 220. Even Seb Twiddell did it today, but yeah. He came out of the blocks, you know, like 225, 227. Swinging, you know, it was a different strategy. It was
fun to see.
Yeah, was it a different strategy because you only had 30 balls today, or like what was it?
I think it was a different strategy because we were on the tee box for like 5 minutes, and I was all pent up and ready to go.
Especially in a tournament like this, that's very windy.
How did I hit my hair?
How do you keep your hair out of your eyes?
I don't. I just hit with it in. I think when it's into the wind, it's a lot tougher because like when you turn, that's when the hair kind of comes into my eyes. If it's really that bad, I'll tuck it into my shirt.
I like that.
So that's how I've done it. And I've actually had to learn how to do that with golf as well.
Use that. I think you just changed the game for women's golf.
Yeah, don't need to put the hair up anymore. You can just tuck it in your shirt.
Tuck it in the shirt.
That's a wrap for day 1. Berkshire's on to Saturday's round of 32. It's a bright and early start for Berkshire on day 2 as he hunts for a spot in the top 16.
It's a big group here. I think one of the main people that we're focused on is our world number 1 right now, Kyle Berkshire, who had a really fun day. He just brought his personality out there, had a few big sets, and then went on to kind of figure out his game plan for today.
Yeah, we talked last night. I mean, he came out of the gate swinging. A lot of guys have different strategies starting off when knowing that the guys that are the fastest guys on the planet take a little bit of a different strategy, knowing that this is more of a marathon than a sprint. But Kyle came out of the gates in set number 1 and putting up 225, 227 ball speed. Wonder what his game plan is today as we're keying in on Mr. Berkshire, the 2019 world champion and 2021 world champion, current world number 1.
He's been on this grid many a times, and it's one that's definitely set up for him.
I would say 390 is going to be a good start to the day.
398.
There we go. 398 from Kyle Berkshire. There's no wind. Yesterday, wind was a humongous factor. And to start off with a 398 ball with essentially no wind is good. But right now, Kyle Berkshire is going to take down this set, it looks like, at 398.
Berkshire cruises through to the round of 16 with his sights set on cracking the top 8.
I didn't really feel like I hit it very good today. I felt a little flat, to be honest, but fortunately I was still flighting the ball well, and I was able to hit it pretty good. You know, between now and the round of 16, I'm going to try to get some rest. One of my issues has been adjusting to these longer tournaments. So I'm a little flat. Didn't really come out of the gates with the speed I wanted, so I gotta figure out a way to make some adjustments. The good thing is I'm flighting it well and I'm hitting it okay. Just gotta get a little more speed and get back to where my normal speeds in the upper 220s instead of lower 220s, and I should be all right. I just watch to see what my shots are doing and making sure that the spins I'm hitting are correlating to the distances they should, and in this case I'm doing a good job of maximizing my speed and optimizing my flight. So I feel pretty good about how I'm hitting it. I think I had tied for the longest drive of the day and was pretty consistently in the upper 390s, so it's not too bad. There's definitely a few improvements I want to make before I go into the round of 16, but it does feel good to kind of coast into the round of 16, even though I didn't feel like I had my best stuff. Hopefully I'll be saving it for later. I've won here a couple times, and it'd be number 18 for me, which would be nice. I'm getting closer to 20. So it's always a big deal to win a tournament. It's never easy. So it would be nice, because the tournament in Florida was definitely a tough one to swallow. In that battle with Justin James, and thought I had it and just didn't get the rollout I needed. So it'd be nice to
come see and settle down in beautiful Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia, where you can live, work, and play in a land of music, mountains, lakes, and friendly people. Work with us at Ballad Health, building a legacy of superior care in the Appalachian Highlands.
That guy is just, he's kind of a freak of nature.
With Kyle being number one in the world, you kind of want to go after him a little bit harder, give him some competition. You don't want to get embarrassed too bad. That's what's scary about Kyle, is his speed he puts up, because he can miss-hit a ball and still be 222, 225. So, I mean, you're going against somebody that their miss-hits are about as fast as your PR. So you got to be on your game when you face him.
When I tell all my buddies, it's like, dude, when I'm hitting next to Kyle, I'm hitting against the best to ever live. And that's arguable, but in my opinion, he's the best to do it.
I do want to compete against him and, gain some respect from him, of course.
There's 8 billion people on the planet right now, and he's number one. So how often you get to say you get to compete against, number one out of 8 billion?
Join us as we go behind the scenes with one of the faces of long drive, Kyle Berkshire, following the number one ranked competitor in the world through an entire weekend at the grid. This is World Long Drive on tour. Mesquite, Nevada is home to the third stop of the 2023 World Long Drive Tour. Kyle Berkshire is one of the 16 golfers that will compete in Group 3 of the Open Division, but arrives early to watch the competition and prepare for his 12:30 start time.
Currently watching three-man playoff for 2 spots, and the wind's kicked up, so it's going to be huge. We need to get the ball high in the air with a cut. Landon just hit a huge ball. That's the shot he needs. It's also good to come down here because I'm getting a lot of information on the grid and what's rolling out, what's not rolling out. So right now I know a mid-ball flight, 180 feet, small movement. If any movement you want to be left to right with this wind, those are giving you big numbers. So it's good to watch some of these shots before you start warming up. That 4th ball was pretty tasty.
It's time for Berkshire to head to the practice grid. While he is the world's number one long driver, he's in search of his first tournament win of the season.
His last 4 tournaments he hasn't won, and I know that's a long stretch for him. Since 2019, I feel like he wins every other tournament, that's been on this planet.
He's still in the throes of, although he's completely recovered from his bone fracture and surgery last year during the championships. It would be good for him to win again here. I think he would like very much for that to happen. We all would. Not everybody here would, but his good circle would.
I know he's going to be hungry coming into this tournament this week, and wouldn't be surprised if he's there late to get another W.
If he doesn't make it to the Final 4, the Final 2, it's honestly a shock. And I don't know if that necessarily applies to anybody else.
He has that championship air about him. Being secondary or being incomplete is not good enough at all.
All right, so I got just about a little over an hour. As it's been for a long time, given my world rank at number 1, I'm always the number 1 seed and everything. So it goes, I'm in the first set of the first group and then in the 4th set of the second group. So I have a 7-set wait, which is typically about 35 minutes. So I always have to think about that. But I'm in the first set. So I tee off in an hour and 4 minutes. I typically like to get my body loosened up just about an hour before I start hitting, just to give my body some time to limber up. So that's gonna be very important. So I'm headed over to the dock right now, having him work on me, and we're gonna get loosened up. I'm gonna start hitting in about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and slowly get warmed up. And with this wind right now, I gotta be honest, we literally might run out of grid. If someone hits the right shot, the grid's about 460, 465, and might not be enough. So we'll have to see how that goes. But you know, I love coming back to this place. It's where I won my second world title. It's a really great spot. I sometimes wish there were a few more people living in the general populace so we get more people out here. But as far as the grid goes, it's about as fair as it gets. So we want fairness above everything. So just really excited to get going. It's gonna be a lot of fun. The adrenaline, man. You know, it's like gambling or anything that makes you excited. You get excited about the feeling. You know, we're always chasing feelings. We're not chasing anything else. That's the thing. The core of it is we want to feel a certain way. And, you know, I feel a certain way when I'm here competing, and that's why I love doing it, you know? It's time to get some work done on my body, get loose, start getting limbered up. And I'll take you guys a little bit through getting loose, getting up to speed. You're gonna have to obviously pull this mic once I get really going. Take you guys through a little bit of this so you guys can get an inside look at what goes into getting ready. Hang on, let me help out.
Go away, Kyle.
I take it you did pretty good?
Good enough.
That's all that matters.
Good enough.
You're chasing some pretty big balls there. You need to hit up Bobby Ray and swap shirts again. Do the jersey swap.
We will.
I want you guys to get into a Final 8 match together on TV and do that thing. Do that. Swap jerseys. What are they going to do?
I think it's a must.
And they're not going to stop you.
No.
Dude, this is some big balls today, man.
It's not getting hard.
I can get up to like a +3 maybe at my best in the winter, but I always fall back to like a scratch or a 1 in the summer because I can never practice with that 1. How close did you come to making it? Those are always brutal, dude. I'll tell you what, that is just
So hard.
there's so many stories of heartbreak in the sectionals, man.
He hit a shot I'll never forget. At like 15 or something, it was one of the closing holes of water or something, I forget. We might start in the front or the back. It hit a flag stick and ricocheted like 30 yards into a sand trap, and it took a double. If that didn't hit the flag stick and he just two-putted from wherever it ended up, he would have been in. Well, dude, the crazy thing, he's made it through sectionals 7 times. I mean, 2 sectionals. So I can't even imagine. Ooh. I bet you heard that one.
So I would always get this work done once in a while, but I'm a stout believer in this now because at Worlds last year, I had him work on me 4 days in a row throughout the event. I went from 224 ball speed on day 1 to 231 on day 4. And I'm sure if it was 5 or 6 days, I would have been at 240 within a couple more days.
I think a lot of it's just freeing your hips up.
Well, and the big thing is it's injury prevention, you know? That's one of the biggest lessons I've learned is taking care of yourself. Because it all adds up. Might not seem like it when you're young. This is a side of the sport a lot of people don't see because, you know, I always get questions, oh, his back's gonna be out by it's funny, when I was 22 or 3, the comments were, his back's gonna be out by 25, and now that I'm 26, his back's gonna be out by 30, and I'm sure it'll keep going up. But the way I would like to explain it is, if you don't do these things, it will go out. This is how you take care of your body. There's certain things you have to do, and if you don't, your body's just not gonna it's gonna give out eventually. The way I like to look at it is that everything we do is cumulative. So if you abuse your body, you might not feel it when you're younger, but you're gonna feel it as it adds up. So if you have low impact on your body throughout that process of your career, you can last a very long time. Good job. Whoa, it's good to see you here, man. How you been?
How are you? Good to see you.
There's something else. I'll do the supplemental work just to make sure everything's loosened out, because one of the most painful things to get is spasms, and when you're in dry desert air, you can have a lot of water sap from you quickly if you're not careful, and you start getting spasms, and I promise you guys, spasms don't sound that bad, but if you've ever had one, it will put you on the ground. I've had them and they're horrible, so I like to get my muscles loose so that they don't knot up as easily. So it's kind of my main thing here. I do this religiously before every single practice session. I'll lift up one leg versus the other to activate different muscles so they get the main brunt of it. Hamstrings I always have to focus on because the most liable muscle for me to cramp on is hamstrings. Don't know why, just how my body's built. So I always make sure to hit them on all angles.
and I actually had a minor cramp right here in my oblique, so still, it's pretty much gone away, but I'm still making sure I hit it pretty hard. One last thing I like to do, so that my shoulders are opened up, I'll lay on this like this and have it all the way on up here. Do T's, W's, and Y's to open up the shoulder sockets. And just really try to let that sink. Do Y's, let it sink down again. And then W's. And just keep that pressure on the lower back as well. Next thing we'll do is pop the TrackMan, because it's always fun. It's good to see your numbers, because gives you an idea of what balls are doing well in what conditions. So I also do some circles and stuff like that. You know, just I don't do it all the time, but I just want to make sure everything feels limber and loose. Look at that, right in time, 11:45, right when I want to start hitting. So looking good. And I'll take you guys through getting loose. Probably gonna cut it off at around 12, so that I can get dialed in the last 30 minutes of my warm up. So, but I typically hit about 20 balls at lower effort, just to give my body even more time to get loose. Now, do you have that worn out head? And I'm also gonna get loose with a head that's pretty worn out, so that I don't put any hits on the ones I'm gonna use in competition. Get 14 of those on the golf course, that'll do pretty good. First swing of the day, 139, 204, 370 carry, so it's exactly what we want to see. And we'll just keep getting loose as we go. As I said, I typically take about 20 swings. I don't try to swing a certain, all I try to do is just swing at a certain percentage level these first 20. I never try to force my body to go faster than I want to, so that way I can warm up safely. So that was 144 club speed. We'll probably be at 150 in a couple swings. But then from there, it's just grooving it and getting my feel for the day. This ball's going far today. So getting close to being up to speed. I'm about 10 shots in, sitting right around 152, 220. Probably once I start getting more ramped up, I'll dial it up to the mid to high 220s and we'll be in business. All right, guys, I'll hit one more for you guys. I'm about 25 balls in, sitting in the low 220s. Hit some good balls. It's time to go. Need a couple of those today. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed following along for that. It's time to go to war.
64 guys enter battle. 32 will survive today. One man will win tomorrow. But we got the 2019 and 2021 world champion Kyle Berkshire in slot number 1. Kyle coming out of the blocks here. This one's OB left, but 224 mile per hour. The fastest ball speed we did see this morning was from Sebastian Twiddell, who was in complete control of his tempo and timing, and Berkshire just trying to get a number on the board. 220, 219 right down the middle. 2,300 spin, 211 in height. This is going to be a big number. Wouldn't be surprised to see the longest ball of the day. Well, here it is. 415 is the start. So that's the number currently, is 415 yards. Did Kyle hit it 364 or 464? I'm confused.
We'll wait for the line to see what this number is.
Well, it's not like it's a surprise if he does go for 464.
Since I'm mathematically through to the round of 32, and it really doesn't matter what place I finish in the top 8, we're gonna mic me up for the next 2 sets. We're gonna have a little fun. Give you guys an inside look at the actual competition live as it's happening. So we're gonna have a lot of tailwind. Hopefully we're gonna run out of grid. I'm on deck. I hit in about 2-3 minutes. I'm gonna hit a few more warm-up balls. We're gonna send it. 20-mile-an-hour tailwinds right now. I'm hoping this holds for the next 4 or 5 minutes for my set. I'm already in, as I said, so I'm just gonna let it rip. No holding back, no reason to. Just have a little fun. And we'll see how far we can put it out there.
We're watching Kyle Berkshire in slot number 4 right now. He made an adjustment with his feet to hit a little bit of a block, and he ended up going 448. So, I mean, it's just like things like that, being a veteran of the sport, to be able to make those changes.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, you really need to know the conditions, and you need to be aware of what's going on around you. It's quite hard.
Berkshire with that cut. That's the one that he was looking for. That one's in play. That one looks good.
Oh, I'm going to go OB twice. I don't care. I mean, I'm going to try to hit it in play, but this head, the odds of hitting in play are almost 0. Did you get me on that last one? That's all you got?
No, I whiffed them all, Kyle. You're lucky.
At least it's not boiling hot right now. Sorry, but hey, I actually hit balls in play with you calling now. Isn't that awesome?
The ball flight today is left to right. It's been like that on this grid forever. Just going based off of ball speeds. I mean, Kyle was 217 and ended up going 6 yards farther with a cut than his 225 that he yelled at. So, like I said, this ball tells a story. All these guys were in, so they were just getting some swings in. But Berkshire with the longest drive at 449 yards.
I mean, we got through with just 2 heads, you know. Feels good. So, I mean, the heads are a little flat, but that's okay. I have plenty of heads to use that are not flat, but I just use them so I wouldn't burn the other heads.
We are back. Women's division. We got through one set, and that's it. Lightning struck. Safety first.
Yep.
Took about a 30-minute hiatus. There is a storm rolling through here, so we're going to try the best that we can to get this in.
Yeah, we're going to be quick. We're going to be fast. We want to make sure all the girls stay safe. That's the most important thing.
Howdy. Got a fresh bottle of, I don't even know where this is from. This is from the Appalachian Mountains. This is coming from the actual storm.
It's actually coming from that little creek right there in front where we've seen some balls go in today. I think that could also be something that we could bet on. Speaking of betting, you can bet on the ladies.
Monica Living, 400-yard drive to start off the tournament. Just kidding. She went 340
Check this out.
though.
This is a snapped driver,
Whose
part of
shaft
the driver.
is this?
We
Bryce
will never know.
No, all right, so, you know, Bryce, feel this grip. I mean, feel it like.
First off,
it's humid.
It's slippery.
Yeah, it's humid. I mean, all the guys are sweating.
Also, is this a jumbo?
It is. But, yeah, Bryce, I mean, I honestly, like, he knew that he just had to hit a bunt in there, and he did, and they said it hit, like, kind of like hard pan at, like, 260, 270, and just rolled OB right.
It was such a good, I mean, he did what
it
he
was
was
a good
supposed to
strategy,
do.
and honestly, but like I said, it just rolled
That
off.
stinks,
Had a couple members talking about it, like, you know, them playing out here a bunch. But, okay,
Here
Kelly
we are.
Rudney, Gabby Pelt, Anna Dreos, and Janine Minnick. 2 of the ladies got, well, Anna ended up, they're going to keep her second ball at 307. All the other girls are going to get 5 balls, it looks like, to hit. I mean, Gabby Powell literally had a lightning strike in the middle of her backswing.
She did. We were starting the clock a little under 2 minutes.
Yep.
157.
155, 157. But it looks like we are ready to go here. This
Look
is
at Kelly Rudney with the smile.
set number 1. Monica Living, Savannah Meyer Clement ended up getting balls in play early. Sandra Karlberg went OB, and so did Sarah Graham.
The music is playing. The girls are ready. The grid is clear, and they are fist bumping each other. 2 softball background players out there with Anna Drehos and Janine Minnick, and Kelly Rudney with a hockey background.
Well, I've been doing this for 17 years. That's the first time that I've ever seen them stop in the middle of a set, but play safety first, and there was a big lightning strike.
It was
right over like the corner of the scoreboard that you're looking at right now.
Miss it. And that gets scary.
Janine Minnick in slot number 4. Looks like that ball may stay in play.
Kelly Rudney with the early club switch right here. As we were saying right before the broadcast ended, she's battling a kind of low back hip injury, and what she's looking for is staying healthy for Worlds. That's the most important thing for her. But all these ladies hitting it over 300 yards.
I felt we were on the tee box about 5 minutes ago. I feel like the wind shifted a little bit. It's going to be. It looks like it's more into the wind now. And I said we have like a mesh
We
sheet
have
over us.
Great
but
humidity as well.
I felt like the wind was in our face.
We got to stand in that 4th slot, and it looks nice over there.
It does. Even slot number 1, like I mean, for me, it fit my eye. Like I felt like there's 100 yards right that you could miss and keep the ball in play. So even though the grid is 53 yards wide, it still has an optic like perception of it being wide. So, yeah, I mean, I did. I stepped in every single slot, and
feels good. I
did like slot number 1 though, a
All
lot.
right.
Anadreos.
Janine Minnick building, as well as Kelly Redney. She's on her final ball here. We're going to zoom in on her.
I like
she
this
got
ball.
some height there. I like that one a lot.
Boom.
She is flagging it down.
And it's down that right side. It is hot down that side.
173 ball speed. I like that a lot.
I'm going to say Kelly Rudney's going to win it on this last ball, potentially. Pow, pow.
309. She does.
Boom.
She takes it down.
That's a good ball. That is slightly into the wind as well.
Anna Drejos taking second with 307. Janine Minnick 302. And Gabby Powell 300. That was a big set, a big group. These girls are fast. These girls are good.
Yeah, and, that's an awkward set for all of them. They were loose. They're getting pumped up. They're ready to.
Had to go back to the range, warm up.
I mean, most of them probably went back to the hotel.
Oh yeah,
for a little
bit.
We're
in walking distance. We're here at the beautiful Meadowview Cattell's Resort.
We had a great crowd earlier today in the men's division, round of 64.
It has been a fun weekend. We crowned Andrew Eigner as the World Amateur Championship, and that was his last amateur event that he will be playing in. Right now on the tee, Phyllis Meddy, Mary Driscoll, Cassandra Myers, and Avery Dosek.
Phyllis Meddy was in the booth. So was Avery Dosek. Phyllis looks locked in.
As always, she's always very poised on the tee, but she's talking and smiling. Cassandra Myers, she had a fantastic show last event in Connecticut. She was not only just hitting it in play, which is we know what she does, but she gained a lot of distance. Mary Driscoll, you can never count her out. Mary's back against the wall. She's going to throw a number out there.
Yep.
And as we talked with Avery earlier, she's really good at really going 6 for 6.
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking for from her.
If I was a gambling man, I would say that Avery Dobsick is going to hit the most balls in play. But, I mean, that last set, Anadreos ended up having 5 out of 6, so she got off to a nice start.
And they're off. They're kind of getting settled back in.
And we
here.
completely jinxed Avery. First ball, Obi Wright. Cast Obi Wright as well.
First ball, OB from all the ladies.
We're just keeping our fingers crossed that we can try to get through this. 16 ladies are in this round robin.
But that was just one. Avery back in the grid where she belongs. Ooh, if this one stays in by Phyllis Meddy, it's going to be a big ball.
Beautiful ball flight right to left. Looking at the flags, she actually isn't fighting the wind, and it looks like the wind is coming from the south now, which means it's going to be right to left. So she can ride that wind. We've seen a lot of ball flights today where left to right benefits the hitter instead of right to left. Avery Dobsick at 279. Phyllis Meddy's third ball was definitely in play. That one was a beautiful ball flight. I would say right now into the wind, like 317 over under. What do you got? 321.
321. That's a big ball.
Completely different conditions than what Monica Living was hitting that went 340.
Ooh, I like this ball from Cassandra Myers.
Really comes down to height.
It's a little low, but that ball speed, like I said, she's been working on getting that ball speed up, and you can tell.
And we haven't seen, like the distances, like where they're landing in and around, let's say like 290 up to 310.
Yeah, I think
so there might be a ton of rollout as well.
I actually took a picture of it. Let me.
Avery Dobsick, good ball flight right here.
So right at 280 is where the rollout starts for the ladies. If you can hit that 280 spot, and then if you can also carry it to 300, 310 on the left side, you've got another rollout over there. But that right side's hot at 280.
Mary Driscoll, OB. So is Cass.
On the final balls here.
Phyllis Meddy safely in the lead at 3:21. Cass Obi right. You can see the frustration. Mary Driscoll looks like this one is going to be in play, but it's a miss hit. She's not happy with it.
Cassie had an OB set in Connecticut, came back, and just put on an absolute show.
Yep.
So
Mary Driscoll right now has a ball in play, it looks like, but she popped it up. She didn't like it at all.
Points are points. This is definitely a weird start for the ladies' event, but
oh, that one went OB. Wow.
They are making it through.
As expected, Avery Dobsick 4 for 6, but Phyllis Meddy got one ball in play and at 3:21. And the story's kind of the same. Like, we've seen a lot of OB sets on this grid. And, you know, getting accustomed to the platform, putting the tee, you know, on that pad.
There's a lot of new.
But
there's a lot
Phyllis
of
Meddy
new.
and Monica Living off to a nice start.
What's your fondest moment in competition yet?
I think my fondest moment was last year in Denver because that's the first event I won. So obviously that was a really good feeling to have all the hard work and all the practice I've put in pay off.
So what's your secret sauce to hitting a long drive?
Honestly, I just try to remind myself to like swing fast. And whenever I start like getting a little too technical in my head, I have to just like take a step back and remember like just go easy, like swing as hard as you can and like let everything fall into place.
The former world #1 champion right there, Devin Casaza. And the first slot, I can only bet she's coming after getting that title back.
My Daisha Teapot in slot #2 ended up winning in her first event this year. First event in 2 years. She finished runner-up at the World Championships in 2021.
Played at Wake Forest. You're going to see her take a golf approach. She reminds me a lot of Phyllis Meddy. Just easy, breezy. Taking a lot of time over this ball. Yeah, that was just a little bit too much time over the ball.
Quick.
But she's getting into the rhythm now.
The ball
I like
fell
this
off
one
the
by
tee.
Devin. And Chelsea Odom, we had her in the booth. She is hitting. She has her club head, but she has Sam Judah's shaft.
That's funny.
Yeah.
She's hilarious, by the way. And she almost took out the scoreboard. And she'll be okay with that.
She did.
She did.
I think she knows that we have an over-under
we have an
on
over-under
the scoreboard.
But look at that. The
She's
smile on
laughing
her
about
face.
it.
She's not too far away from being married, 3 weeks away.
She's got hitting the pink balls, got the pink fit, really cute shoes.
And that
that's
rock,
her play
by
right
the way,
there.
did you see that thing?
Absolutely beautiful.
You could buy a house with that thing on her finger.
She's in that you can. She's in the field of law.
Monica Borowicz-Cheney. Monica in slot #3 at 3:01. Devin Casaza 279.
All right.
My Daisha Teapot working on a number here.
She just hit a really good one down there. I think that's going to be a solid 315. 320.
I'll take the over.
315, 320-ish. And she's
177 from my.
She is in a rhythm now. She's swinging a little bit harder now that she's got one ball in the grid.
317. What did you guess?
315.
Okay, I took the over. I
I said 315, 320.
Okay, all right.
I gave myself some room there. Monica Borowicz-Cheney.
What a swing here from my. You know, a lot of movement right to left. Very similar to like profile shots like Phyllis Meddy.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I say
similar ball speed
she
too.
reminds me a lot of Phyllis Meddy.
Yep.
Monica Borowicz-Cheney. 301.
Yep. Mai
She
from
is
Thailand.
a staple of the women's long drive.
Yep.
But Mai taking the lead at 317. Monica coming in at 301. Devin Casaza 278. 333. Longest ball of the day so far for the ladies.
Minus Monica Living. Before the rain storm.
Before the rain, yes.
Before the rain.
I forgot we had a whole other set before the rain.
I feel like today's another day. Like we had a little break. And
it really is. Monica Living in at 340.
say My Daisha Teapot, one of the favorites to win. There's no doubt. Looking strong. Putting balls in play. Monday, August 28th. That is tomorrow. 32 players are going to enter battle at 9 a.m. Group 1 starts at 9 to 10:30. 16 players will advance
the final 8, and then at 10. It's going to be a match play group, so actually they're going to go into a heads-up match. So it will not be a round robin.
My favorite thing is that we are back live.
Oh yeah. Live in the Golf Channel.
8 p.m.
Yep.
for the ladies, 9 p.m. for the men. It's going to be fun to be back on the Golf Channel. Here we go.
Mary Driscoll, Kelly Rudney, Chelsea Odom, and Sandra Karlberg. Sandra went OB on that first set, needs to regroup here.
I think the time off that we've had is good for Sandra. It's allowed her to kind of go back, settle in. You know, she's talked about before how she gets really nervous and her nerves kick in. Look at Mary Driscoll. She's excited she got one in the grid there, giving a fist pump.
Yeah, there were a lot of OB sets. You know, they had a 16-lady set. We had 5 OB sets to start off.
Chelsea Odom hitting back-to-back. I like this one by Kelly Rudney if that stays in.
Waving it back here.
Waving it, but we got to wave.
We have 2 back-to-back waves. So, you know, Sandra's just got to make a very, very small adjustment. She's blocking them out right. She's hitting the ball well. Look at that, 173, good ball.
It's right there.
She just needs to make a slight alignment adjustment, and you're going to start seeing a bunch of balls go and play
there
for Sandra Karlberg.
Kelly Rudney in at 312.
Lightning fast hands. Kelly
there
Rudney, 312. I mean, Sandra's hit the same shot the last 3 ones. She's hit them well.
Same shot. Same profile. She just lines her feet up a little more left. Mary needs to flight that ball down just a tad.
Maybe she moves.
There she is. Sandra's on the board.
Yeah, 314. All right, good. Yeah. That was a nice ball for her.
You know what also could be happening right now? As it rained, we might be seeing, because those are the same shots going out. It might be a little off.
Yeah, it's we don't see any lightning as of right now, which is great. I probably shouldn't have said that. I jinxed it, so if there is a lightning strike, it's all my fault.
Jinxing a lot. Chelsea Odom getting one. In the grid, we hear Mary talking. We need to have her and Kelly Rudney mic'd up. That's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. Kelly was on the range, you know, talking to her today, and she has a present for me, some Tim Hortons.
There we go.
Yeah, she does. She's like, I don't know, it's
got
a
some
bag.
beans?
It got something, you know, but it's awesome. I'm kind of upset that I didn't go out to that tournament in Canada. I was in Canada regardless.
You were
I was
still there.
I was there for 9 days, out in Calgary. That was an experience in itself, going to the Calgary Stampede. But Kelly Rudney hit a bullet down the middle.
Too.
That one might be better.
Yeah, that was at 170. We'll
it looked like it was in the air for a while. And not only that, like Sandra's ball took up a lot of room right to left.
Look at Sandra.
This one looks a little bit straighter here on Kelly Rudney's 6th ball. Did that one go a little bit farther? Drum roll.
We'll let you know right after this. All right, Cassie, what's your fondest moment in long drive yet?
Oh gosh, well, there haven't been a lot to choose from, but probably the second event that I ever did in 2019, I finished 2nd place, got into the final with Phyllis, and yeah, I was super new to the sport, and it was just really exciting.
All right, so what's your secret sauce to hitting a long drive?
I'm still trying to figure that out. It's a little trial and error. I think I always naturally hit it pretty far, but we're just trying to capitalize on the things that I already do well and try to figure out how to use the ground a little bit more efficiently.
There it is, Cassandra Myers. Oh man, it is so much fun to hang out with her. I've gotten to play a couple of seasons with her, but she's traveling a lot with Gabby and Avery, and we got to hear some of their funny stories as Avery was in the booth with us earlier today. On the tee right now, Gabby Powell, Phyllis Meddy, Sarah Graham, and Monica Bordovich-Cheney.
Gabby went heads up in Denver against Phyllis.
And she's starting off hot. I like that swing by Gabby.
Nice draw right down the middle from Gabby Powell.
This grid sets up really nice for Phyllis Meddy.
It does. Yeah, I do like this grid as far as a draw grid. But it seems to be a vast majority of the grids that we've been at have benefited a cut just based off of wind, but the wind has shifted. You're looking at the flags right now, there's really no movement whatsoever.
Working a bring that ball back from Phyllis Meddy right now. She's hitting straight balls, just barely out on the right side. But Gabby Powell in at 292.
If Gabby's fast, that's a triple in the gap for sure.
She
looks like she can run fast.
Without a doubt. We're watching Sarah Graham right now take a swing at it. Another Canadian.
Monica Borowitz at 300, currently in the lead. Phyllis Meddy, this ball's fighting down that right side. Not sure if that one's going to stay in or not, but 176. There you go. Gabby's starting to pick up some speed there. 122, that was her fastest club speed of the day, 170 ball speed.
Monica Borowicz-Cheney in at 300.
Currently in the lead. Living out in the DFW area.
One of my favorite areas.
Absolutely.
All right, Phyllis is straightening out just a bit. Missing it on the left side now, so she aims it right, hits that same little draw. She will be in.
Gabby's ball looks like it's going to be just a little too much movement right to left here. But, Monica had her best finish in LaSalle where she advanced the final, nearly got to the finals and lost to Gabby. But she's been around a long time. She's got on television. She's famous. She's got a lot of followers on Instagram. Give her a follow. Monica Borowicz-Cheney.
Sarah Graham. She's really big into scuba diving, which is really cool. Like, Sarah's, if you get a chance to talk with Sarah, she's got some really cool hobbies, collections of necklaces and all different things.
180.
180.
Fastest ball we've seen so far today.
And that one will be in.
As they say in Indianapolis, that's right down Meridian. That's right down the middle. Phyllis Meddy's going to win on that last ball if that one stays in play. 324.
There
the
it
three-time World Long Drive World Champion looking
you
good to start off.
You just need one ball. And there it is as we are in set 2 of our round robin for the ladies, dwindling down to the top 8. And we will see these ladies on Golf Channel tomorrow night.
They're trying to speed up here. There's no doubt. They're going to be moving quick. There is another cell coming in here, not too far away. We still have a lot of sets to go to try to get through this. We're going to be fighting the light as well. But it looks like this storm that's coming in here is going to be around for a while. So
yeah,
hopefully
we want to make sure
get
everyone stays safe, but also get down to our top 8. I'm not sure what would happen if we only get through maybe 3 or 4 rounds, let's say.
Well, I mean, the guys are
take
starting.
The top 8 from there?
Yeah, I mean, all the guys are starting at 9 o'clock, so maybe you can get out here at 8, what have you. I mean, it's not going to take too much longer for them to finish this. But
hopefully we get it done tonight and know who our top 8 are going to be going into tomorrow. Here we go. The ladies are off.
Savannah Meyer Clement in slot 1, Devin Casaza, Janine Minnick, and Cassandra Meyer. Cass went OB in Connecticut as well in her first set, and then once she started getting balls in play, turned up the
rhythm,
heat.
And it was there.
Devin Casaza, good ball on
really
ball number 1 right down the middle, little cut.
She's got that softball background, played at the University of Connecticut, which was really neat having the ladies there and that being her home turf. Look at that. She's putting on a show right now. She's in the zone. But Janine Minnick as well with the softball background.
Obi right here from Cass Meyer. This one looks like Janine Minnick's ball may stay in play. Hit it a little low, but we've seen balls roll out, on this grid. This is a golf hole. The fairway is cut. It's rolling. So Janine Minnick at 292 just needs to get that ball up just a tad.
Yeah, this is her first year in long drive, and she's definitely made a splash. She had a really great showing in Hobe Sound all the way into the semifinals.
Devin Casaza is starting to get loose. She's putting a lot of balls in play, and now it's just a matter of hitting it in the center of the face. Ton of club speed. Center punch ball on that last one would have been up at right around 177. So
I like this one from Cassie. That's the swing we know.
There we go.
That's the ball flight we know from her. I mean, I know we talk a lot about baseball. These ladies come from a softball background. What tip would you give them? I know you've got a phrase that really helped you out coming from a baseball, softball background.
Yeah, think fastball, hit fastball. So just if you're thinking fastball, you get to change up your weight, kind of transfers a little too early, your hands are late. So in baseball terms, I always just say get your hands set at the top and just try to direct your hands and hit it over the second baseman's head. Hit that inside half of the golf ball. Because a lot of times, like the baseball players, everything's a little bit more short and compact with that swing, and they pull hard left. So they hit the outside part of the ball, you know. So.
And we see that in some of the strong hitters. You get excited. The adrenaline gets going. If that's already a tendency, it's easy to do. All right, looks like Debbie Casaza is going to take the lead at 3:03. Janine Minnick, 292. Cassandra Myers, 294. Savannah Myers-Clement is going to have an OB set, and we will be back right after this. What is your longest drive in competition yet?
So my longest drive in competition so far is 369 yards.
So Colorado has one of the longest golf courses, longest holes. Because you're a long driver, do you think you're the only one that can drive the green?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no because the elevation does help a lot. Do I think I could drive it? Potentially, yeah, I do. You know, but I think some other people could drive it, but it's a long one.
Very few can drive it.
Yeah.
What is your victory dance?
I don't know, it's just like a...
Monica Living has had the longest break out of anybody.
And I bet she's doing that little dance right there because she also has the longest ball of the day. That was her victory dance. She sits at #1 in the world right now, and she's definitely had the longest break.
Yeah, she ended up winning the first set at 340 and then took a long break after. She hasn't hit in probably close to an hour.
Yeah, right at an hour.
So she's going to go up against my Daisha Teaput in slot #1. Monica looks great. She really does. Got a great swing.
She's locked in. We talked about Mai having a similar swing to Phyllis, and this sets up really nicely with her being in slot #1. Here we go. We're looking for some numbers here. There we go. Monica Living on the board at 334.
She's lighting it so well.
Avery Dobsek giving it a wave.
Taking a peek at Avery Dobsek right now.
She's really been working on increasing her speed. And
She
she's
is
done
currently
well.
5 for 8 in play.
And she's done well with increasing speed and keeping balls in play.
Absolutely.
Sharing, she travels a lot. She does a lot of things, but long drive is definitely one of her releases, something she gets to do for fun. There's Anna Drejos. That one looks really good. 170 right down the middle. She's got one on the board at 278, but I think that last ball definitely was further than that.
So my Daisha Teaput, you can tell she's a golfer because she really, you know, it's like a pre-shot routine where she takes her time. She's got 50 seconds left to hit 3 more golf balls. She's going to have to speed up just a little bit here.
It's one of those things, I mean, in long drive, the more opportunities you have, the better, but also the quality of the shot. And so I think maybe that's her philosophy.
Yeah, taking a lot of time. She needs to get in a rhythm here. My Daisha Teaput in slot #1.
There's some advice I would give her is have less time over the ball.
Yep, absolutely. She's got 30 seconds to hit 2 more golf balls. Monica Living is at 334. Avery Dobsek, 293. Anna Drejos, 298. And she's got a bunch of balls in play, too.
She does.
Putting on a clinic.
It's going to be a battle. All right. We've got 10 seconds left for Mai to hit her last ball. Here we go. She knows it. She's stepping up to it. And I bet this one's going to be really good because she...
3, 2, 1.
Swing it.
She got it in. OB.
All right. Mai Daisha Teaput taking an OB set. That won't hurt her too bad. Monica Living, 334. Avery Dobsek at 298. Anna Drejos, 298. Sorry, Avery Dobsek at 293.
Monica looking tough. The favorite to win it.
Look at that face.
She's locked in. She's got the 2 longest drives of the day so far at 334 and 340. And I think based off of points, like she's actually going to have a little bit more distance after this month.
She is.
Yeah, because points are going to fall off for other competitors. And, yeah, she's going to have a more snug lead. And the same thing. Well, yeah.
I like that.
And also, like, with, even in the open division, guys that won in 2021, and, points are going to fall off. So there's going to be a log jam for world number 1 here, right after this month. I mean, Martin Borgmeyer wins.
And
obviously, he'll still stay number 1.
Right, we're getting to that space where some of the bigger tournaments, especially Worlds, kind of decrease down in point system. And,
yep.
I think you have some points for 2 years.
Yeah.
After every event that you play in.
Phyllis Meddy.
But which is really tough, right? Because Phyllis Meddy was unable to come over to the States to play.
Yeah.
And so for our foreign players, even Sandra Carborg, right? It's really tough for them because they didn't really have a chance to hit. We look at my Daeship Teapot, who
she's going back to back. She needs,
yeah.
Like for me, they always say clear the mechanism. First ball, I'm literally hitting in the first 2 seconds. I'm not even standing over the golf ball. I'm going to hit, just go. This is a good start for her. And honestly, I think this side of the grid benefits her, like sight line wise, because she hits a draw. So like I think that, she's going to look at a different target. Sandra Carlborg waving at it, 172.4. Good ball here, 2,500 spin. My Daeship Teapot is at 319. Sandra Carlborg's second ball is going to be in play. Phyllis Meddy looks like it's fighting down that left side, could stay in play, but Phyllis is putting up some big ball speed numbers right now. She has 2 balls over 180.
Look there we go, Sandra Carlborg with the wave.
Starting to pick up the gas
side.
there. The 5-time
5-time
world long drive world champ.
It out.
And slot number 1, Sandra Carlborg. We have 8 world long drive world championships on the tee box right now.
This is big. So we are right now starting set number 3 for our round robin. The top 8 ladies are going to advance tomorrow night for the Golf Channel and be able to hit and see who will we crown our champion.
Yeah, and I think it's really important to try to get this in now so they can get a full, practically 24 hours worth of rest.
Without
instead of coming back tomorrow, hitting a ball or two, getting hot, and then,
That's always, that's really hard. We do this in golf as well. We haven't had a lot of opportunities like this in long drive, thankfully, but to wake up super early and hit 6 balls and then go back, it is.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's exhausting. And to wait for lightning becomes exhausting. All right.
Phyllis Meddy, 0 for her first 4. Ton of speed. And you said you're looking at it. Most of the times Phyllis's misses are going to be right to left. So you look at almost similar hitters. They hit the same exact shot between my Daeship Teapot and Phyllis Meddy. Because we were watching Mai, and her misses were like the right to left, the big draws.
Down to the last ball right now. Sandra Carlborg is the leader at 326. Even down to the fact that I think that one's going to be.
This one looks pretty good from Phyllis. 182.
That might stay
center
in.
punched. That one was ripped.
Depends.
Did that one stay in play?
No, that one's out.
OB.
Sandra Carlborg with the win at 326. Even down to how long they take to hit the ball. Like Phyllis really takes her time.
Yeah.
And we see that in Mai. They are very similar hitters.
Yeah, that was, in baseball terms, a murderer's row of hitters right there. And, all of them can win world championships. And 2 of them already have 8 times in under this world long drive umbrella. So my Daeship Teapot, after going OB, steps back up, didn't have much time to think, and got the first ball in play, which was good. Didn't build on it, but Sandra Carlborg, I'm liking that 175, 176 ball from her. She's starting to get faster.
Back.
Yep.
Sandra with 2 little ones at home.
Yep. Her dad's here.
Her dad's here. We always say her dad and Kyle's dad, the grandfathers. He is so sweet, so kind. Hopefully we'll be able to see the whole family out here in Worlds.
So Sandra Carlborg and Phyllis Meddy, after 3 sets, have 400 points. Kelly Rudney hasn't hit yet. She's at 300. My Daeship Teapot is at 300 after 3 sets. So starting to
Devin Casaza right out the gate.
Yeah, you saw the same thing I saw. That was dead straight. Good ball here. Spun it just a tad.
I told you, she's out for that #1 spot again.
Yep. Might have spun a little bit too much here, but Devon's got a number on the board.
Yeah, she gets that. She gets a little bit more height. That's what I want to see from her, but she's on the board at 286. Anna Drejos. She's so strong.
Yep. So like Anna and Janine Minnick are very similar,
Yeah.
rookies this year, and both played softball, and you can tell. Like,
Collegiate softball.
oh yeah.
I want to say Anna worked with the U.S. team.
Yep. And I said Devin Casaza went to the University of UConn. She went to UConn and, well, I guess, yeah, University of Connecticut, not University of UConn. Sorry, I have a high school education. I didn't go to college. My curveball, I had a curveball that was decent enough to
It was
where
better
I
than
didn't have to go to college. But,
We're here for it.
Casaza, went to the University of Connecticut. Catcher as well. We had her in the booth in Denver, talking about her greatness, being a legend.
I mean, she had so much success at UConn. She was also top fielding percentage of any catcher in history at UConn.
That's impressive.
Honestly, we should have done a story there, gone back to the locker rooms and maybe had her hit some on the field. That would have been fun.
For sure.
Next time. But Mary Driscoll has a score on the board at 276.
Like this fifth ball from Mary Driscoll. It's in play.
But right now, Anna Drejos in the lead at 316. She's got that stack and tilt move.
Mm-hmm.
And her ball speed's high.
This one looks like this one's going to go OB here, but
Sarah
Graham has a number on the board now.
All right.
We finish each other's sentences. On the board. We haven't used on the board all day, I don't think. And we said it at the same exact time. Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
Look at that.
Anna Drejos takes down the set at 316.
We're going to go to break. All right, so how did you get into the sport of long drive?
I went to the Toronto Golf Show in 2019, and Canada Long Drive had an indoor event. I tried it, I won it, I was hooked.
All right, so who's the woman to beat this week?
I don't think there's ever one woman to beat any week. I think every woman is the one to beat every event. We're all so close, it's so tight, and I think everyone's amazing.
Well, as the reigning champ, I think you might have a target on your back.
We'll see.
There you have it, Kelly Rudney. She is fast, she's quick, and if there's one thing that she proves is that age is nothing but a number because, I mean...
What is she, 25?
She's a little...
26?
I think 26-ish.
26?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's right there at 26. Yes.
Look at Sandra. I mean, like, just hanging with the young guns here. You would never think Sandra is 27 years old, right? She's going to give us a hug after saying
never would have thought that. Cassandra putting one in the grid.
We would say that Kelly Rudney is the Eddie Fernandez of the ladies
She
division,
is. That's a
right?
really great comparison.
That is a great comparison.
She holds a lot of wisdom.
Absolutely.
And a lot of humor. I think that's one thing everyone could say.
She's great. Really,
she
truly.
holds a lot of humor. Monica Living in at 297.
Taking a peek at the flags. Not much movement in the flags. If it's anything, it's falling just a little bit right to left.
She's making a switch. She knows she's got 2 balls in play already. Want to create a little bit more distance.
I like Gabby's last shot. Didn't see the speed on that one, but I like how we just see those balls that fall a little right just seem to go a little bit farther on this grid.
Oh, I like this one by Monica. It's falling right.
That's a bullet right down the middle. Little pull cut. 175 miles per hour. This one probably going to be in the 320s worst case scenario if we had to take a guess. 307. What do I know?
Ooh, I like this one by Chelsea Odom. That's a big ball for her. All right. Tuning in and looking right at Gabby Powell right now.
So right now, looking at Cassandra Meyer, she's got 100 points. Right now, she would be at 150. Today, we'll talk about Marie Sallin. Marie Sallin had 75 points going into the fourth set and went win-win and ended up getting in at 475. So they have plenty of time right now to regroup after 3 sets. You know, you're going to see Monica Living more than likely on TV. I mean, if nothing changes, she'll have 600 points. So she would be confirmed in at 600.
For sure. There we
Oh,
go.
I like this ball from Cass. I don't know if she likes it or not.
She doesn't like it. Huh.
Gabby's Obi left.
Might have been a little skinny.
2,600. I don't necessarily hate those numbers.
We're waiting for these final numbers. But
297 proves a little bit, but Monica Living is going to be at 600 points, and she is the first to punch her ticket to the Golf Channel. Congratulations, world
She'll
number
be on
one.
the TV rounds. Expected nothing less.
There we cracked a smile on her face. She's holding it in, but you can tell, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing her on TV tomorrow.
It'll be fun.
She's an awesome human being, and she is world number one and
Her-
hit the 2 longest balls so far at 334 and 340.
She has her and Devin Casaza traveling. They travel a lot together. They're traveling this week, but they're also traveling with Monica's parents. And so they've been saying, Devin told me Monica's parents been cooking a little bit at home, having some home-cooked meals. And I'll tell you this, a home-cooked meal always helps you hit it about 5 yards further. Kelly Rudney, look, I mean, she's so funny.
All right, Kelly Rudney has 300 points after 2 sets. This is the last set in round 3. 16 ladies in a round robin format. If you're tuning in for the first time ever, first place gets 200 points, second place gets 100, third place gets 50, fourth gets 25 points. If you go out of bounds, you get 0. We've seen 375 get in today.
Yeah, I like that one by Avery and Monica. Yep, Monica putting one in at 286. Boom. And Kelly with the club switch up already.
Now look at those
And that
hands.
was such a great club switch up. Look at that.
Just a nice ball down that right side. Is that one going to stay in for Kelly Rudney?
Avery giving a fist pump down there. As I said earlier, Kelly Rudney's nursing an injury, and she's playing through it. But making sure she's not going to strain too much where it's going to cause pain and her not be able to perform at Worlds. So we're going to see her not really step on the gas like we know that she can.
Big draw here from Kelly Rudney. She's at 298. Monica Borowicz-Cheney now takes the lead at 301. So Monica, I would say, give or take, does 80 to 100 corporate and charity exhibitions a year. So
As
she
well
always
as
puts herself in position to
she is an
advance
advisor
and puts a lot of balls in play.
for Sonoma State University.
You learn something new every day, and we wouldn't have known that if it wasn't for Elon Tuckman, the real true hero behind the booth. It's not us, it's him.
Penthouse
He
in
gives
Manhattan.
us all the Penthouse in Manhattan gives us all. Look at his penmanship.
It almost looks like it's typed, but
it
it's
almost
not.
looks like it's typed, but that is his actual penmanship, and that looks like more like Avenir instead of what's
Times New Roman.
Yeah, there you go. You really were. You're thinking the same thing I was. Kelly Rudney still in the lead at 306. Savannah Meyer Clement, OB, Avery Dovsick putting 8 million balls in play as expected.
Yep. We'll see if this last
And
ball
there's
stays
another
in
ball in
by
play. She likes it. You know, this is a good ball here. Avery rolling it down that right side. If she's going to hit it down that side, that's a good place to put it.
That's a really good place. If she hits it there, she definitely can catch 306.
Yep, absolutely. 270.
270.
All right, so Avery Dobson goes 5 through 6, but Kelly Rudney is going to have 500 points. And I will say we will see Kelly Rudney on television as well tomorrow on the Golf Channel. The ladies are going to be on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
We will see her style and her personality will all be there on the Golf Channel tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Right now, Monica Living
Kelly Rudney.
and Kelly Rudney are locked in as we move into set number 4. Move in quickly because we don't want to get caught by the weather. We had to have a break earlier today if you're just joining us.
Avery Dovsick going back-to-back against Sandra Carlberg, Gabby Powell, and Devin Casaza. Let's see where Avery's at. Avery's at 200 points. Sandra's at 400. A win from Sandra will put her in. A win from Gabby Powell will put her back in play as well. And Devin Casaza is at 350. So a win from Devin or Sandra, they'll be in.
Yeah.
So we feel strongly that Kelly Rudney will be in at 500. She still has 2 more sets where she technically just needs to hit 1 out of 12 in play.
And a second by Sandra.
Yeah.
We'll put
Gabby,
her in.
good ball right down the middle. Good start
yeah.
from Pow Pow.
A lot of great speed right there.
Yeah, that was her best ball of the day. Devin Casaza hits a very similar profile,
Oof.
but I like the spin a little bit better on Gabby's, and the ball speed was slightly
height.
faster. Yep.
Really like the height of Gabby's ball.
303,
Yep,
Devin
303.
Casaza, 291. Looking at the flags, not much movement right now. Gabby's starting to get dialed in here.
We got a little wave.
It's
another one by Sandra. It's a little bit of a miss, but it's in, and she knows that.
Avery just hitting bullets down that right side. Sandra Carlberg with a number on the board at 295. It was a miss hit for Sandra. When you see her center punch these, she's going to be 175, 176, 171. She's waving
kicking
at
it now.
Yeah, no,
Come on.
that's the prototypical wave
Yeah.
from Sandra. A lot of movement right to left. Gabby's starting to get locked in now. 171.6. She knows that she's got to step on the gas. She put herself behind the 8 ball after the first 3 sets. And say it once again, you could have 100, 150 points after 3 sets and get in with 2 wins and maybe even a second.
And she's building. 303, 304.
Sandra likes it 173.3. Good spin. A lot of movement right to left, though. Can she
Lot of
tighten it up?
movement.
Can she just tighten up that right to left?
Devin Casaza still at 291.
I like how that ball fell on Devin Casaza's right. Not sure if that one stayed in play as a 263. Didn't see the spin or the ball speed number.
Sandra Carlberg in at 311.
I mean, and she's getting in with, like, she's moving a lot of movement right to left.
I mean, she's losing a little distance and still putting up big numbers. Gabby Powell, she's swinging at it.
So right now, Avery's in at 255, Sandra's at 311, Gabby's at 304, and Devin Casaza's 291.
Here we go. We always see Devin do that kind of throw fill so she can release her hands there. That one's going to be OB for Sandra. Down to Gabby Powell right here. And Devin Casaza.
A little jump there. I like this ball. Is it going to stay in?
Oh, that's a good one by Gabby, too.
Look at the ball speed from Gabby.
That's a really good one by Gabby.
She's
That's
starting
going
to get after it.
That's going to be bigger than 304.
I don't know if she went with a different setup, but she was significantly faster that set than any of the other sets. So Gabby hit a good ball on that last one. Devin Casaza went 282.
Just fell off the side.
Sandra Carlberg, the 5-time World Long Drive World Champion,
is back where she's been.
She's going to be on TV
many times before, under the lights, on television. The Pink Puma.
She's even crying a little bit. She's excited. You deserve it.
She knows she's got her 2 girls at home watching, and it's been a comeback year for her.
I feel like she's waving
at
us right
I had
there.
to wave back there. Me too.
Congratulations, Sandra Carlberg.
That makes me a little emotional, honestly.
Let's just start crying in the booth. We'll have Elon start talking.
It's great to see her back. She's been around for so long. She played the European Ladies Tour. She had an eagle at 14 or something like that. She's been a prodigy in the golf world for a long time. Came out in long drive and been phenomenal ever since. We talk about Hall of Famers, Phyllis Meddy and Sandra Carlberg are right there, without a doubt.
Monica Living, 3 wins, hasn't hit yet. Sandra Carlberg has 3 wins. Kelly Rudney has 2 wins in a second. Phyllis Meddy with 2 wins and still hasn't hit in the 4th set as well.
A win here, or second for Phyllis, gets her in. We're tuning in right now to Ana Drejos, who's been putting up some good numbers.
Absolutely.
I say she's got that little stack and tilt, and she's, let's see, that might hang on right there. Now, you liked that that 4th slot, right, for My Dacia Teapot, and they have similar setups.
Yeah, I like
this
slot
one for
number
her.
4 for her as well. Absolutely.
There it is.
Hold,
Slow down.
hold.
Slow down.
Phyllis has been the fastest on the tee box today by 4 or 5 miles per hour. She went 182 and 180. Phyllis is looking nice and composed as well. A win here would put her into the TV round as well.
Living in Atlanta, Georgia. One of the best teachers you'll find out there. If you are in Atlanta, go and find Phyllis Meddy.
No numbers on the board, but it looks like
So
Savannah
this is
Meyer Clement has a ball in play.
The first kind of response I've ever seen Phyllis have. She kind of gave a slap on the leg as she's trying to straighten that ball out.
And this would be huge for Savannah Meyer. Just if someone doesn't, if they don't hit the ball in play, she's going to end up having 325 points. So she's got a ball in play at 287. No one else currently has a ball on the board. Anadreos with the ball down that left side, and it's cutting back. That one's going to be close.
That's a big ball.
170. I do like the profile of that shot. Yeah, it's a good ball there. Not sure if that one stayed in play or not.
Here we go.
300. Anadreos takes the lead.
She's got another one in play here.
Just want to see Phyllis hit she's got 2 balls now, and just put a ball in play. Because put some pressure on her
one.
at 400 points.
I want her to just swing this one like she's playing golf.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if she does that for every swing that she has in general, she's most likely going to win a set.
Savannah Meyer Clement center punched this golf ball. She hit this one pretty well.
That one looks good.
Yeah, I like this ball from her. Let's see. Her longest drive so far is 302, which would take the lead if that was her best ball. 276. Phyllis Meddy is going to go OB left. She's going to apply some pressure that she definitely doesn't want.
She isn't, but when her back's against the wall, she can definitely pull it off. We've seen Ryan Gregnall in this position many of times.
Yeah.
Phyllis Meddy is going to stay at 400 points.
Anadreos just punched her ticket. You're going to see her
on
TV as well.
We are going to see her, and we are going to see you right after this. All right, Cassie, what's your fondest moment in long drive yet?
Oh gosh, well, there haven't been a lot to choose from, but probably the second event that I ever did in 2019, I finished second place, got into the final with Phyllis, and yeah, I was super new to the sport, and it was just really exciting.
All right, so what's your secret sauce to hitting a long drive?
I'm still trying to figure that out. It's a little trial and error. I think I always naturally hit it pretty far, but we're just trying to capitalize on the things that I already do well and try to figure out how to use the ground a little bit more efficiently.
Cassie, look at that. Model-esque. I had to snap my fingers with that. There she is, zoned and ready to go.
A win would put her at 350 points.
I mean, she is a golfer at heart, played on the Junior Ryder Cup team there with Tony Finau. Wanted by so many different colleges, but chose to go pro at 18. Had a successful golf career, and she's out here making a career. And long drive, I always say that she's a great follow on Instagram. She does some of the funniest skits. We just saw one with her and our very own Bobby Ray.
Yep. That was.
You were there for that.
I was there for that. I actually
Did
shot
you film
one with
it?
Bobby Ray. No, I didn't. I think Gabby filmed that one. So. All right, Maidesha Teapot struggled a little bit getting balls in play, but when she has hit balls in play, she's put up some monster numbers. She ended up winning the last event in Portland, Connecticut, her first event of the year.
Yep. And she's off.
I'd just like to see
It's
a
a
little bit
fast
more.
start.
I'd like to see more movement in her lower half, just like kind of get a little rhythm. Like right now, this ball's in play. This is a bullet. This is going to be a big drive right here from Maidesha Teapot. 1,500 spin.
And a big one from Kelly Rudney.
I like the landing
fourth
angles
slide
on my.
as well.
This one should be okay. It's a 301, so she needs to get this ball in the air a little bit more spin, but it's a number on the board.
Yeah, if this third one by Kelly stays in, I think it might catch
There we
that
go.
301.
Maidesha Teapot with a bomb down that right side. That one doesn't look like it's going to stay in play, but I do like
Kelly
that height.
Rudney with 320.
Boom!
I saw it.
The pride of Canada.
Sarah Graham in slot number 1.
Cass, it's a ball in play. This one looks good. Nice profile shot, spun it at 2,800. I like Mai's last couple, like that last miss. If she can hit that profile shot and just straighten it out a little bit.
Just move it a hair
She's not off by a little bit. This is kind of like Colton Casto. When you start seeing Colton Casto hit blocks right, you know that he's locked in. And I do like those last 2 misses from Mai, but right now she's in third, so she's going to have some pressure, in that last set right now if she doesn't improve on this last ball. Kelly Rudney's in. Cassandra Meyer is in second place. My Daisha Teapot, the winner, is going to go OB left. So she's going to probably have to win or at least take second in that last set in order to get in. So one of the favorites is putting some pressure on herself right now.
Two of the favorites have a little bit of pressure, but I know that they can.
Well, and we talked about it with Eddie Fernandez.
They're
going to be able to free up now, and I think that we're going to see some huge drives from My Daisha Teapot and Phyllis Meddy.
Without a doubt.
And if I'm Monica Living, I know that if they're on the bubble, I'm going. I don't care if I'm in or not. Because you don't want to face. You really don't want to face them. Heads up. I don't care. I don't want to face them. So if they have a chance, Monica Living has a chance to knock them out. That's going to be a really exciting last couple hitters. Well, you know what? I don't think Mai is hitting. She's not hitting in that group. So Mai's going to be with Mary Driscoll, Savannah Meyer Clement, and Gabby Powell. But just imagine if it was
Mai,
wow.
Monica, Sandra. And so this is where we go back to talk about the foreigners, right?
Yeah.
They didn't have an opportunity to come and play over those last couple of years during the COVID years. And so they kind of got bumped back a little bit with their points. Sandra Carborg, who's always a top 4, is down a bit, as well as My Daisha Teapot is in that third slot.
Yeah.
That third set.
So we're going to be keying in on them, and in the fifth set. Monica Borowicz-Cheney, if she wins this set, she'll have 500. She should be in. But there is a logjam. There's a lot of numbers on the board here, big numbers. So I don't see anybody that's technically out of this right now.
Yeah, a big grouping of opportunities to advance.
Wins are absolutely critical right now.
Look at Zane right there with that really cool hat that you can get in the merchandising tent right after this and tomorrow. But right now, we are keying in on Monica Living.
Little cut right down the middle. It's a miss hit for her, but it's in play.
Put one in play. That's it. She's definitely going to be going at it,
Gotta
probably
apply
seeing
pressure.
what setup she wants to hit for tomorrow.
Mary Driscoll is at 100 points, but a win for Mary Driscoll and a win in the next set, she'd have 500 points. No one is out.
No one's out. And if there's one person that can do it, it's Mary Driscoll as she hits one right down the middle.
This is the best ball that I've seen her hit today. This looks pretty good right here from Mary.
That was a really good controlled swing. Mary
has,
if you ask Mary what is the goal to hit the ball fast, she's going to give you some tips that she uses that I don't think anyone else does, which is dance.
So,
she's a dancer.
2 mile/hour different in ball speed between Monica Living and Mary Driscoll's. Monica Living was a little bit quicker. Monica Borowicz hits a ball down that left side. This one looks like it's going to be in play.
Monica Living going for that faster club there. She's got some in play. And Janine Minnick stepping on the gas on that one.
Plenty of speed from Janine. Just got to hit that center of the face. Try to just miss a little high in the face. Get the ball up in the air.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yep. She's just missing
quick.
the center of the club face right now. But look at that, 307. There we go. Janine Minnick, big drive there.
Big drive.
She needs that. She'd be at 350. This is going to be a log jam. Really, this is going to be a fun last set here.
They still have 40 seconds left, and Janine Minnick is hitting her last ball.
She's going. She went after it. She went after it. Ground ball to the shortstop. But you know what? That might still be good there, Janine. I like the smile on the face, though.
At 307 right now.
She got through it quick.
She got through it quick.
Well, we can say the 6th fastest balls hit today from Jacob Galladay. Jacob had a minute and 45 seconds left. Monica Living, ball number 4 goes 313. So Janine Minnick right now will have 250 points. So a win would put her at 450. This is going to be exciting.
Here we go. Last ball. We got 3, 2, 1, boom. She got it off in time, but
69.
A miss hit from Monica Living in at 313.
So if you're looking at, like I say, the superstars, you got, Monica Living's already in, but you got Phyllis Meddy and My Daisha Teapot. They gotta. It seems like they're fine in the center of the face, but they got to tighten up their dispersion. What I liked about My Daisha Teapot's last 2 misses are that they were just blocks. So she's really, really close.
She is really close. And we're going to show how close everything is right after this.
Looking to compete on the World Long Drive Tour for the largest prize purses in World Long Drive history? Pro and amateur members can compete in their respective divisions all summer long as World Long Drive kicks off their 2023 tour. Visit worldlongdrive.com to become a member and view all the registration dates for upcoming tour events.
All right, we've seen this a lot today. Right now, it is anyone's shot to make it in. Everyone has a chance, and it is raining just a tad bit. They have a drizzle as they're out there. This is going to affect definitely their swing because they can possibly slip while they're swinging.
The one good thing about this turf is that there is significantly better traction than on the range.
Without a doubt, without a doubt.
This is a big set here. You got Janine Minnick, going back to back here. She's nice and loose. She had a couple good drives. She went 307 on that last ball. And taking a peek at Sarah Graham, Chelsea Oden and Avery Dobsick, their longest drives are a little bit below that. So if Janine Minnick hits a decent ball, she's got a really good chance of putting up 450 points. Avery Dobsick on the board at 282. If Avery wins, she would have 425.
I think what's really important as it rains here is you want to make sure your gloves, your grips are staying dry.
Avery likes it. Hits the ball right down the middle. That's a good
wave
ball
that
for
one
her.
down.
And that's the beauty of, with Avery. He's hit so many balls in place. She just keeps herself alive, And like Wes Campo got in today with 375. Just put balls in play and give yourself a chance. Because if someone goes OB, these 200 points, especially right now, are huge.
Look at her dancing with it, wanting to come back just a bit. That was a really great ball.
297, good ball here from Avery Dobsick. Monica Live and Kelly Rudney, Sandra Karlberg, and Anna Dreos are in.
Janine Minnick just needs to slow it down a tad bit. Here we go. She's taking some time.
There she is. I like that. Like she's stepping in the batter's box here. Had that little baseball movement, softball movement.
Boom.
Got the hands set. Ooh.
That was it.
She likes it. Big
Talk
ball.
to it.
168.
Talk to it.
And if you're going to hit a draw like that, you better be in slot number 4.
Without a doubt.
That's a good ball here from Janine Minnick. Is it going to be far enough? Avery Dobsick is got a chance, but Janine Minnick takes the lead at 304. That's going to more than likely put, Janine Minnick at 450. It's looking good there.
What a big ball when she needed to step up, and she did.
Huge ball. And I said she went back to her old softball roots.
She did.
Stepped out of the batter's box, did a little movement here and there, a little waggle, and then she did it again, and then bang, 304. That's a huge set for Janine Minnick. She'll be at 450 points.
Chelsea Odom having so much fun down there.
Chelsea's a legend. And she's getting married here in 3 weeks.
3 weeks. We got people dancing out here in the stands. Oh, Sam Judah dancing out there.
Absolutely.
While Chelsea Odom is hitting his clubs.
Yeah. Is she getting married at the Eiffel Tower, on top of the Eiffel Tower?
I think on top of a castle.
Speaking of castles, we went out to a castle like
the food?
The castle out in Long
That's
Island.
crystals.
Ohika. I think it's called the Ohika Castle. Pretty cool. Really cool spot.
Is that here?
Ohika in New York.
In New York.
It's in New York. Where?
Long Island.
Long Island.
The home
Elon
of GF
doesn't live in
Sports.
Long Island. Yeah, he's at the top of the Empire State Building.
All right. This is Sandra Karlberg is already in. Big set for Monica Borovics-Cheney.
Monica wins, she would have 525.
Cassandra Meyer
wins, she'd be at 450, tied with Janine Minnick. Sandra Karlberg is in. So the people that we need to key in on right now is Cassandra Meyer and Monica Borowicz-Cheney.
Oh, yeah. Out the gate.
Monica
Sandra.
with the ball in play. Good start for her.
I think Sandra's got one somewhere around 308.
You like it, 308?
Yeah. What's the over-under?
I'm going to say 308 right on the dot. No, I'm going to say 303. The numbers are down a little bit, 322.
what do we know?
What do we? Well,
what do
say-
we know as she brings one
As you
back
say
in?
that, look at the wind. Look at the flags.
Oh yeah.
First time we've seen movement in the flags in a
Going
long
right to
time.
left.
Right to left.
A little bit down.
So we don't have the luxury, like when we're normally out, we can just take a peek to the right and see the flags. But we are sitting here and,
We've got some barriers to,
Yeah,
to the grid. We're looking at the screen all day.
Yeah.
But Sandra Carlberg in at 3:22. What a bomb there.
and they
Andrea's
say
3:02.
Sandra Carlberg could play spoiler, knock a lot of ladies out right now. And, Gabby Powell and Savannah Meyer-Clement are hitting next. So they would have a chance to get in. My Daisha Teapot is at 350, so she's flirting with fire. Devin Casaza is at 400. Phyllis Meddy's at 400.
We might have a playoff.
The more this goes on, Janine Minnick looks good at 450. I think that 450 is definitely going to be
I
in
think
here.
450's in.
Yep.
Without a doubt. Andrea's with a big swing there. And at 290 here on our last ball.
Cass looks like she's going to go Obi right. Still has one more ball. Andrea's putting a bunch of balls in play. She's already in. She has 600 points.
Boom. That was a really great drive.
Yeah, 174 from
That was a
Andreas. That was
really
a bomb
great
right there.
drive.
That one stay in play. That one's flirting down that left
303.
side at 303. And the profile of Sandra's shot right now is riding that wind. So you look at Phyllis Meddy and My Daisha Teapot that hit those high draws. I expect them, if they hit balls in play, you're going to be seeing drives in and around 320, 330.
Without a doubt. Sandra
So-
Carlberg's going to take that set at 322.
The rain's coming down. They're going to try to hurry up here. We still have 2 more sets to go. Lightning, stay away. Knock on wood. Do all the above.
Everything.
Tap
on your head 3 times.
Yeah.
Click your heels.
Yeah. There's a smile. Gotta love Sandra Carlberg. She is
the pink puma.
She's the best, Always has a smile on her face. And saw her a couple nights ago at dinner and just, happy to be here. And she wished that she could compete more, but, it's expensive to fly out from Sweden. She's got 2 kids, and she does a lot of corporate and charity exhibitions, And, that's where the money's at. Where a lot of these, athletes make their money. They go out and do these exhibitions, and it's a fun way to live. They get to travel all over the United States, and if you're, like Sandra, because, she's all over the world. So.
She is. It's a grind. This is a big set for
all right, this is a
Teapot,
huge,
Gabby
huge
Powell.
Set. So Gabby Powell needs to at least win here to give her. She would be in. Where is Mary Driscoll?
I think Mary Driscoll is a little bit lower.
Possibly out.
But she could play a spoiler.
Gabby's got a ball in play.
I like that one. Maya's just trying to find a rhythm right now.
Yeah, she looks a little bit off right now. But, the balls that looks like she missed in slot number 4, if she can hit that shot, we're good. Just, be a golfer right now. Just take a nice smooth swing, put a ball in play. Gabby's OB right and OB on her first ball as well.
She's bringing up the speed. 172.
Having some misses here. Right. So Maya misses left, Maya misses right. Gabby, same. So a lot of pressure here. A win from Gabby Powell would put her in at, like I said, 475. My Daisha Teapot, if she took second or better, would be okay. Taking a bunch of time here over this golf ball.
Her
Almost
mom
like
is here all the way from Thailand. You'll see her walking around. Absolutely adorable. She's here for about 3 weeks.
So
all right,
Gabby
we're
is
looking
OB.
for a ball in the grid right now. There we
Gabby's
go.
ball's fighting down that left side. Is that one going to stay in play? That one's going to be close.
I think that one's going to be in.
Savannah Meyer-Clement with a win here would be at 425 as well.
This is.
No one has a ball in play. They're definitely
They're all feeling
pressure.
it.
They're so close to being on television.
Also, it's raining right now.
It is.
So that one might stay in for Mai. She was staring that one down. I think it's a little bit out, but.
Gabby popped this one up, but this one might be in play. This might be a number at like literally 230, 240. That's all she might need. How crazy would that be if she's got a ball in play
Absolutely crazy. Looks like Mary Driscoll had a pop up as well.
This one's down the left side for my
Oh,
Daisha Teapot. This one's going to be close.
in. I think this one's in
Savannah
for
Meyer.
Mai.
Yeah. I don't know if ball number 5 stayed in for Mai. So Gabby Powell and my Daisha Teapot are sitting on the bubble right now, trying to get a ball in play here.
Final balls right here. They're going to hit at the same time. Oh!
No, it's
Does
OB.
Oh, man.
Gabby and Mai are out. They're OB, both balls. So right now, Mary Driscoll.
Did she play spoiler? Did Mai's last ball stay in?
Mary Driscoll's laughing like, says a drum roll. Did my Daisha Teapot get that ball
I
in
think her
play?
ball might have stayed in.
No, OB.
No, oh my goodness.
That is unexpected right there.
Wow.
Gabby and Mai are out.
Mary
Phyllis
Driscoll
Meddy and Devin Casaza don't even need to hit.
and Savannah Meyer Clement.
Savannah Meyer Clement, she lost by 1 yard. That's crazy. She could have got in right there. Lost by a
Wow.
yard. Savannah Meyer Clement could have got in.
This is insane. We've got our field set right now. Monica Living, Sandra Carborg, Kelly Rudney, Anna Drejos, Janine Minnick, Phyllis Meddy, Devin Casaza, and Monica Borovich-Cheney. What just happened?
Wow.
Mind blown.
That's the thing about, they talk about majors. Like, I mean, the pressure is at you. You want to get on television.
That was so much fun, and I hope if you were betting, that was the time to have some fun with it. Because
Absolutely.
that was unpredictable. We had a lot of unpredictable things.
I wouldn't have expected any of them to go be there.
I mean, we
especially Gabby and Mai. Like, if anything, I feel like they would have freed up just to put balls in play because they have to. They got to win.
I think I've seen Gabby with the OB set, and I don't know, ever.
Wow.
And ever.
So
and it's been a weird day. I mean, we started off strong, and then had lightning delay, and now it's raining. These ladies, all of them are in. You're going to see them be really loose.
I just love how she doesn't waste any time. That ball's ripped, by the way, by Monica Living.
Look, they have no pressure on whatsoever, and they're just swinging it. Look at that.
Swing
Look at that one.
Yeah.
By Phyllis
right
Meddy.
All right, who hit it farther, Phyllis or Monica? I think Monica's ball was on a string.
I think Phyllis might be out. Yeah.
OB.
It was flirting with that right side.
321, and that's a big ball right now. It's raining, and we're just glad that we were able to get this in because this weather's rolling in and it looks pretty nasty.
Wow, I'm still in shock.
I can't.
It's like,
I honestly thought that Gabby's ball that she popped up.
I did too. I thought it was
might
in.
not have gone far enough.
That's true.
Yeah, that's probably what happened because on the flight scope that was dead straight.
Phyllis
and not
Meddy
only
with the
that,
big ball.
the crazy part was Savannah Meyer Clement only lost by
By
a yard.
1 yard.
She would have got in. She would have knocked out Monica Borowitz.
Oh my gosh.
So Monica Borowitz is going to be on. Phyllis Meddy 316.
Phyllis Meddy now putting on a show.
There we go. And it's
She's
funny,
locked
like
in.
a 172 is a miss hit for her, but that's 119.7. Her fastest ball speed of the day was 182.
Easy, breezy, beautiful. Look at this. Monica Living with a 180
Boom.
down the middle. That's going to be a big ball.
She's freed up. I can't wait to watch her on TV. I mean, she is a beast. Really is. And I like how she doesn't – look at this. Just walks right into it and goes, boom.
We love it.
And a nice rhythm right there. A little bit of a recoil. That ball's hit hard as well.
She's putting everything into it.
Yep. She's in a rhythm. She's locked in.
I can tell you this. Phyllis Meddy is swinging easy right now.
Yeah. And I think a lot of it.
And Kelly Rudney too, because I talked about Kelly Rudney has an injury that she's kind of nursing. She's not gonna put everything into it. They're already in.
Well, Phyllis Meddy's looked extremely impressive. I mean, like you said, look at Sandra Carlberg, goes OB and then wins the last 4 sets. Monica Living currently on pace to go 5 for 5 here. So, yeah, the minimum was 230. So, Gabby's came up short. She popped it up. Went dead straight. Yeah, but that was a crazy set. I would have never guessed that.
Never would have guessed that.
If I was gambling, man, I would have lost a lot of money on that
A lot
one.
of money.
A lot.
Without a doubt. Because I would bet on all of them. I mean.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild.
The field is set. Monica Living is going to go up against Monica Borowitz-Cheney. Sandra Carlborg will go up against, it looks like, Devin Casaza, Kelly Rudney.
And we are going to start streaming
at
9 a.m. Group 1 for round robin of 32. What an absolute day. We saw some things we would never expect. We got Bud Widener in.
You said it was a good week for the family there, Bud.
And we're excited to see him.
But once again, Monica Living, Sandra Carver, Kelly Ruddy, Anna Drejos, Phyllis Meddy, Janine Minnick, Devin Casaza, Monica Borowicz, Cheney are your 8 that are going to be on the Golf Channel
All right.
at 8 p.m.
What are your final predictions as we head out tonight?
It's probably going to rain. That's my prediction.
I love it. I'm going to stick with that one as well. And we will see you guys tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.